or safety and dignity, and that movement is orderly. Obviously, it's not an issue that can be solved by any one country. It requires regional dialogue, and all of the countries, as what we call the route to the U.S. It requires all of the countries to sit around the table and have a discussion about how they're going to manage migration.
Even the response by the international community to the flow of Venezuelans to Colombia has been completely insufficient. What we need is a more bolder and coordinated response to distribute the economic burden, but also to distribute the location of these people and make sure that there is a fair distribution that takes into account their needs, but also the capacities of the different states to respond to this migration flow.
The reality is you probably can't block it. A country like, Costa Rica or Panama really can't block it. And there's no southbound lane through the Darien Gap for people who've been discouraged and want to go back to Venezuela. It's just not something that happens. So ultimately, yeah, I mean, the United States wants it to be more manageable, but that's ultimately more up to how the United States manages it than to what other countries can do to reduce the flow.
I've heard some people talking about migration control, closing borders, and we know that it doesn't work. We know that what people will do is still find a way to move, but it will be more risky, and they'll be more vulnerable. So it's about how do we manage migration?